Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One of the basic error that we all do in our life is we are seeking happiness. And in that approach, in that attempt, we were supported by the people around us. If I get good marks, then everybody tells, oh, you are very intelligent child, and then I am happy. Then I do something very good. I get up early morning and get ready. So the parents tell, hey, you are a very smart child. Nowhere such a child is in the world. Then we become happy. Slowly, slowly, we are struggling to please the world. And thereafter, when we get recognition, then we are happy. So what we are doing unknowingly, we are keeping the key of our happiness in the pocket of others. And that struggle continues. So we want to get good marks and we get it, we are happy. Then we want to get good admission in good college, we get it, we are happy. Slowly, slowly, we come to a conclusion, when I get something, whatever I want, I become happy. But in life, we don't get all that we want always. And then the crack appears in our search for happiness. So things we rule out. Then we start struggling to get happiness through relations. We try to please others. If I do this thing, then they will be very happy. See, friends. And in that struggle, our whole life goes. Friends, if we recognize this, that happiness that we are seeking through relations is a folly. You cannot make anybody happy in this world. God has failed. Could He make us happy? So we, the miserable, want to make others happy. And in that struggle, we become more miserable. And therefore, our simple approach in life should be that all this is happening only in the mind. So if we want to have perfect relations with everybody in this world, our mind should be extremely occupied 24/7. And this is what we do. When we are constantly on the phone, what we are doing? Keeping the mind engaged. Or we watch the TV, or we go on gossiping. What we are doing? Keeping the mind busy. And by that, we keep on accumulating all garbage in our mind. And that is what makes our life miserable. Therefore, it is necessary that we have to engage our mind for something higher in life. When something higher is sought, lower things automatically drop. One example I tell you, this happened in Ahmedabad, Maninagar, Ramakrishna Mission. After my talk was over, one young boy came and he asked me, I got a question. I said, keep with you, I don't need. I got down from the stage. He said, my question is, what is wrong if I run after girls? That was his question. I said, nothing wrong, run. This is your age, you should run. You can't run after buffaloes. You are a young boy, run. If you are feeling lonely, I am free. I can join with you. Now he expected that I will start giving him sermons. No, beta, you should not run after girls, which country you belong, which tradition you have, what your parents will say, you are so and so. But all that he expected, I did not. See, friends, he became so nonplussed. See, you don't understand what I am telling. I said, my dear, you don't understand what is your problem. Your problem is, you want to do something, but your mind is not available. You want to study, but the mind runs here and there. Suppose you are playing, that time you remember you have not completed your homework. When you want to do the homework, then you remember your friend. We are with the friend, then you remember your mom and dad. I am going to get beating at home. In short, we have trained our mind. It is never available to us. And such mind is used for maintaining relations. In that, more than understanding between us, there is more of misunderstanding. Because the mind through which we are functioning, the mind is not properly disciplined. And therefore, our scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, tells us, the real spiritual practice is, we have to work on our mind. What we do, we work by the mind. We have to work on the mind. Now, what is the working on the mind? See, mind is nothing but a commotion of thoughts. See? And every thought has got two aspects. One is the objective aspect, and the second is the subjective aspect. The thought is one. Within that thought, there are two aspects, objective, subjective. Now be attentive. Whatever importance I have given, subjective aspect of the thought, whatever importance I have given, if that does not happen, then I am miserable. If that happens, I want it to be repeated again, but it is not repeated, then we are miserable. Then what we do? We want to blame somebody. See, therefore, to understand this, take an example. You can see my face. There are two lights on my face, like everybody's. One is the common light, because of which the whole face is seen. Second is, wherever there is a skin tight or the glasses, there you see a dot of the light. So there are two lights. One is a common light, second is a specific light. Exactly the same way. Every thought is what? Thought is the mind with an abscess is a thought. Be attentive. Once I was going to Narmada Pradakshina many years before. And near Devas in Madhya Pradesh, when we are going, there was a lot of mud. And through that mud only I had to go, no choice. So I took my khadav in my hand and going through the mud. And so some thorn probably must have gone in. Now I can't do anything because the whole thing was muddy. I can't put my hand also. Somehow limping, I crossed that mud and went, washed my feet, and I forgot about it. In a day or two, I started limping. So one of my friends there, he says, Swamiji, why are you limping? I said, this is the style to get attention of others. If I walk straight, who will ask me? No, 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 not like that. There is something wrong with you. Then I said, check what is wrong. He was a doctor. And he saw, he said, there is something gone inside, maybe dhar, I'll remove it. He removed it. Plug it with some tape. He said, now it will be all right. I said, when it will get recovered? He said, we don't have to do anything. Nature automatically takes care. We don't have to do anything. And that day I discovered this principle. What is a thought? What is a desire? Be attentive. How our relations become bitter because of not understanding this. See? The thorn is a foreign body. When the foreign body enters the tissue starts reacting. And as a result, the tissue gets swollen, tender, painful, red, and it will continue to be so till that particular thorn is inside. So we remove the foreign body and in due time it quietens. Is it not? If this is understood, exactly the same thing happens. We have lot of expectations from each other. See? So I want this should happen, but that doesn't happen. So what is a want? When we give importance to anything or anybody in this world, that thing or body has entered our mind. And as a result, the mind tissue starts reacting. Reaction of the mind is a desire. And then what happens? We fulfill our desire, meaning we remove the thorn. When the desire is fulfilled, the thorn is removed. Then we feel, now I am happy. In short, we are not able to recognize whatever we have given importance to, that spoils our relations. On the contrary, if we accept the people around us as they are, you will have best relations with everybody. See, friends. And for that, our mind must be under control. And there are many techniques. This controlled mind alone can have perfect relations with the world. Now, few tips. Number one, nobody needs us in this world. We need everything and everybody. So when we have this foundation of our life, we cannot have arrogance. We will be with all humility because it is our need. Then zero expectation. Lesser the expectations, more is the happiness. More the expectation, less is the happiness. First principle. Second thing, if we have given too much importance to something, exactly what happens? See, today I was studying Naneshwari of Santa Ganeshwar. And while studying that, this thought came from within. See, be very attentive. Colors and forms are seen by the eyes. Eyes don't react. No impression on the eyes, whatever may be the color. But then what happens? That knowledge is taking place not in the eyes, but in the mind. And that mind has likes and dislikes. And therefore, somebody is born. So three stages: objective of the objects of the world, instrument of perception, third is the mind, and fourth is Mr. I is born. Now this I is constantly demanding something or the other. So what will be the best way to maintain perfect relations? Accept things and beings as they are. Don't react. Whatever is there, it is for our evolution. See, friends, one example I'll tell you. Tulsidas Maharaj, you know. When he was born, his mother died in the delivery itself, and he was taken care of by some Swamis in Varanasi, and he was brought up in the ashram. Only the Jains. No lady came in his life right from day one. He grew, studied everything very well, very bright student. Then he used to give satsang. And in one of the satsang, one of the man saw that he is a good boy for my daughter. So they were married. That was the first time came in his life a woman, and that too as a wife. Naturally, infatuation, too much attraction. And as the time passed, one day it was heavily raining, and he has to go from after his satsang. And so, like a Hindi cinema movie, he did all acrobatics and reached the house of his wife, where he was staying. So she said, "Are you not ashamed for this wretched body made of muscles, bones, filth? You are so mad? You came in such a manner? If you are that much mad for Bhagwan Ram, he will reveal to you." He heard this much from his wife. He went back, and out of an ordinary person, a Tulsi Das was born. How many wives might have said this thing to how many husbands? And how many became Tulsi Das? And how many became Devdas? See, friends, we have to learn we must not react in life, only act. When actions are done, we have gone beyond the reactions, and reactions only create problem. And therefore, mind has to be controlled. So the third technique. Third technique is, you all must be doing the japa. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Very good, do that way, no problem. But then while doing it, learn. See. This I have learnt in one of the Kumbh Mela. In 2005, there was a Maha Kumbh Mela. I was staying there in Gita Press compound. There was one retired principal of the Purnananda Vidyapit, elderly man, must be about 1995. And he was all the time having mala in his hand. And he said, "You are not doing any japa?" I said, "I do whenever it happens. I am not having any rules and regulations." He said, "No, you must have rules and regulations. See, I keep the mala all the time in the hand." "How you do the japa?" he asked me. This was what I told him. If we are all working, work on the mind. I said, whenever you do mechanically, your mind is not involved. And all the problems are only in the mind. See? Therefore, Upanishad says, "Na karmana, na prajaya dhanena, tyage naike amrutatva manasho." Normally, when we do the japa, it becomes a mechanical process. We do the Gayatri japa, and ultimately it becomes abbreviation. If you are a Gujarati, then Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, JSK, JSK, JSK. Bhagwan Krishna gets confused. Yaar, kya hai ye? Anything you do mechanically, you lose charm in life. Our relations become mechanical after some time. See, friends. Then what is to be done? He asked me, "How do you do japa?" I said, "I don't do that way." Then I showed him. I said, "This is how I do. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram." He said, If you do like this, you will not be able to complete 1000 times. Then I told him, more than how many times you chant the Lord's name, how much time you are with Him is important. See, anything you do mechanically, mind is not required. And all the problems are only in the mind. Then, how to chant the Lord's name? Then I told him, um, you must have taken the medicines, Ayurvedic medicine. How do we take Ayurvedic medicine? You know the technique of Ayurveda? They give you such bitter medicine to avoid the next dose. You say, I am okay. No Ayurvedic medicine is sweet. So terrible it is. Names are also like that. Kutajarishta. You can't take it again. So we take that medicine and take something sweet and water and all that. Enough. Very good, very good. But when we take chocolate, do we put the chocolate in the mouth and take a glass of water and swallow it? No, it is kept in the mouth. And you keep on enjoying that. It is kept parking lot, 1 hour. Exactly chant the Lord's name in that way. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Every word will permeate in and through every cell of your body. And the net result will be, we will remain naturally quiet. We don't have to struggle to be quiet. And with a quiet mind, when you interact with the world, relations cannot get spoiled. We are able to understand the other person's standpoint. But if we ourselves are agitated, frustrated, and then in that mode we want to come in contact with the people, the chances of misunderstanding are more than understanding. Therefore, our scriptures tell we must have chanting Lord's name as a regular practice. And if possible, fix a particular time. Anything you do at a particular time, mind has got this good quality, it can form habit very quickly. You try this thing. You take a cup of tea in the morning at 4 o'clock for 1 week. Thereafter, you don't have to think about it. Automatically, the clock starts ringing. That chai nahi mili? See? In the same manner, you start this. Like, whenever we start the car, this has become default with me. So whenever we start, I remember my Bhagwan. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, यमुना महारानी की जय, आज के आनंद की जय. Today here welcoming गोपाल कृष्ण महाराज की जय जय जय, प्रीता महारानी की जय जय. The whole atmosphere in the car changes. See? And with that change atmosphere, you go. Life becomes so beautiful. If we are at peace within, we cannot be at war without. And it is achieved by this technique our scriptures tell. The mind has to be engaged. And this is the technique of engaging the mind. Doesn't matter how many times you chant, how much time you are in tune with this is important. Give it a try. Number one. Now, start, let us say, 5 minutes. So you sit, and for 5 minutes, we have to chant in this mode. No hurry. You don't have to count how many times we have done. Just slowly and steadily. One technique. Second technique. Try to increase the gap between to chanting, like Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Once you start listening to silence, sounds will not disturb you. Let anybody say anything. We remain at peace, and the chances of or misunderstanding others is reduced. Now, when this is practiced for a good time, then what is happening inside us? See, consciousness expresses as life. That life is called as speech. And that speech is called as paravani. Vani means speech. It starts becoming grossified. Then it is called as Pashyanti Vani. It becomes still grossified. It is called Madhyama Vani, speech. Becomes still grossified. It is called as Vaikhari Vani. Vani means speech. Vaikhari means I am talking, you are listening. Now become subtle. We come to the Madhyama Vani. I am talking, but others are not listening. With this practice, we go still deeper. We come to the Pashyanti Vani. All the great masters live in Pashyanti Vani. Now, what exactly happens? In Vaikhari Vani, the object and the words are separate. When I say phone, phone is an object in my hand and the word in my mouth. Where the object and the word indicating they are separate. Then Madhyama Vani is that where the object and the name of the object both are only thoughts. So we are sitting here and then we go on imagining after the satsang is over, I am going to go there for the dinner. I hope it will be a good dinner. I hope there is no dhokla, I don't like dhokla. See? So this is all happening in the mind. So their object as well as the word are only thoughts. Now we come to the third stage, which I am telling you is Pashyanti Vani, where thought and object, they are not separated. They are one. All the great masters live in this Pashyanti Vani. Therefore, whatever they say, it happens. We have to come to this. That is the goal. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, ये जीवन है. Let's not waste our time in this world. There is nothing new ever happened in this world. We are here only for our evolution. That is the only purpose of our life. And for that purpose, we start working on our mind in such a manner that the mind dissolves in consciousness. So the third stage is the Pashyanti Vani, wherein the thoughts and the objects are not yet separated. Meaning, seeing is happening, but a seer is not born. Hearing is happening, but a hearer is not born. This experience is to be maintained effortlessly if we want to sort out all the relational issues of our life. Nobody can do. And it is not a depression. It's a cheer. is happiness. And then you will see our vision changes. We are able to see beyond the obvious. See? Because our mind is free. It is not preoccupied with anything. See, friends. And when this is clearly understood, then we will not take life too seriously. This world has always been like this. They think nothing new has ever happened. Let it continue. Our attention is, we are not a problem for ourselves. And then we don't become problem for others. So how do we become problem for others? Our Maha Mantra. Who asked you? We keep on talking, whether other people want to listen or not, like I am doing. There's no need. See, for that our mantra is, who asked you? See, friends, it is so important. And in that unnecessary talking, we lose a lot of our energy. And then we get agitated, disturbed, and misunderstanding become the order of the day. Therefore, physical work 8 hours, energy consumption is equal to 1 hour talking. 8 hours to 1 hour. And 8 hours of talking consumes energy the same as 20 minutes of intense quietness. And thus we generate, we create, we hold our inner strength. And the one who is having inner strength, he doesn't react in this world. Normally, we react in life. Somebody said something and we start reacting strongly. No, relax. Our condition is like what? Like the shallow waters. Little bit of disturbance, the waves start coming. Go deep, no waves. This I learnt in Australia. We went for that scuba diving. And they give all kinds of funny equipments. And when they gave and I got into the sea, then I could not manage it. I removed. I said, hey, I don't want all this thing. Went back again on the boat. So the boatman said, what will you do now? I said, I'll jump and see the corals below. He said, okay, jump. And I jumped. And then he shouted, oh God, what this man is doing. I know swimming. So I went deep, maybe 10, 15 feet, and touched those corals. That day I discovered this principle. On the surface, there are waves buffeting you. In the same place, go deep, there are no waves. Where from we are operating? Are we operating from the surface level or we are operating from the depth? See, friends, how the surface level waves come? Anything we have to comment. That has become our second nature. Therefore, our Maha Mantra is, Dekho suno, bolo mat. No need to comment. And therefore, the other mantra is, who asked you? Slowly, slowly, you will see that our unwanted involvement in this world will be taken care of. One youngster, he called me on phone. He said, Swamiji, you are all the time talking about how should we have our relation in the elderly age. You are not talking about the children. I said, leave them alone. Let them learn on their own. The problems are not created by children. All problems are created by elders. You see any politician in the world is a child. We are creating all the problems. We have to change ourselves. And this can happen only if, now the next step, only if we are seeking something higher in life. So to that boy example I gave you, if the boy is asking, when I run after girls, the simple thing is, when you seek something higher, lower things disappear. See? There are some ladies who are born as human beings, but they want to walk like a cat. Where do they walk like a cat? On the, what do you call them? I don't know. Models. Ha. Ha, on the ramp. They walk on the ramp. So how they walk, watch next time. They walk like a cat. Can anybody go and walk there? They require dimensions. 36, 24, 36. We are drums. 64, 64, 64. We will roll there. So if they have to go there, how much sacrifice they have to do? They don't eat food. They calculate the calories. They do exercise. They don't eat all the time like we eat. See? When you have got a higher goal in life, lower things drop. Now, what is the highest goal in our life? We are a source of inspiration for others. Bhagavad Gita tells this to Arjun. Yad yadacharati sreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. Are we an ideal inspiration for others? Then alone we have really fulfilled our life. Otherwise, oh God, this fellow has come. Now he will start. In 1857, when we were children, who is interested in your past? We cannot stop all the time that old thing. Therefore, real problems of our life begin when we cross 50. Up to the age of 50, we are busy. I have to do this, I have to do competition. Now you are settled, that poor wife or poor husband and the children and in-laws and outlaws. And then Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsavaha, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, Kima Kurvata Sanjaya, Jhagada begins, all fighting begins. Therefore, I don't give any instruction or upadesh to youngsters. You cannot teach anything to anybody in life. Remember this principle. We keep on giving advice. Nobody can teach anything to anybody. We call out of courtesy, Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. If Bhagwan Krishna was Jagat Guru, he failed to teach Duryodhan, Dushasan, Dhritarashtra. We have to learn. And Ekalavya was rejected by Dronacharya. I will not take you as my disciple. What Ekalavya said, who cares? Learning is in my hand. Friends, spiritual life is we learn from every single experience of our life. Like many people tell me, Swamiji, you should have something for the children. I said, when you were a child, did you go? No. What difference it made? See? Focus attention, we must be an ideal. Yadyad acharati sreshtaha. Others should get inspired by our presence. Then we are really leading a lovely relational life. Otherwise, अरे बाप रे आ गया ये अफसर खाएगा. No. And this we are not aware that how much we impose ourselves on the whole world. And this is only because we have not discovered the joy within. If we can remain alone without feeling lonely, without the help of gadgets around us, we are progressing tremendously on the spiritual path. We are afraid of ourselves. So, want to run away. And running away about the world, what is happening in the politics. Any kind of governance you take, any kind of governance. Now, today's world is democracy. What is democracy? Rule of majority. What is majority? Majority is of fools. So what is democracy? The fools rule the wise. You can see throughout the world. You take communism, the same problem. Dictatorship, same problem. Then you take this monarchy, same problem. This world has always been like this. Don't waste time in this thing. We are here to be an instrument through which he can express fully. When we become his messenger, then our life is fulfilled. And we can become his messenger when we have nothing to say. There was a boy and a girl, and little romantic. So the boy said, look here, we want to intensify our love. I will do one thing. Every day write you a letter. And after 365 letters, then our love will become intense and then we will get married. The girl said, okay. So he was writing every day a letter. Postman will come and deliver. Second day, deliver. Third day, deliver. Now both the postman and the girl knew. Because every day it is happening. Then if he is late, she, hey, you are late, everything is okay. Slowly, the postman and that girl became friends. They got married. He came after 365 days. See, friends, how simple it is. We must be the messenger of the Lord. And what is his message? His message is, I love you. What that dumb boy must have done, writing every day, same thing. I love you, I love you, I love you. The messenger got the impact in the same manner. If we are really not having any of our personal agenda, then the divine will express through us. And a person through whom the divine expresses, he is called as a saint. No personal agenda. Therefore, our Mahamantra, Jo Thari Rai So Mari Rai. No personal agenda, no personal desires. Slowly, we will relate ourselves in the world in such a manner that our mind will remain at peace under all conditions. In short, we must stop reacting in life. What Arjun did, he reacted. What Krishna did, he didn't react. See? Arjuna's reaction was, how can I do this? How can I do that? You are wise. And Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, they were otherwise or what? Do your job. What you are supposed to do, cheerfully, happily. Slowly, we will take life very lightly. And then we will ultimately end up in, mind remains like a clean slate. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. Bhagavan says in the 9th chapter, for me, there is nobody as my friend or nobody as my enemy. This is what we have seen in our mantra. Kisi ko aao mat kaho, kisi ko jao mat kaho. Don't create friends and enemies and get lost. Be friendly to everyone. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha. Maitra means be friendly with everybody. And once you start that, I tell you a few examples how it helped me. I was in JFK and we reached there, I think 2 hours or so early from somewhere. And then my friend said, Swamiji, would you like to have coffee? I said, yes. Free, I can take even poison. So we went to a shop. And there was some, the lady. She said, yes. I said, give me one tea, no milk, no sugar. Okay. She said, so she wanted to punch something. So somebody gave me, don't punch. I'll take care. Don't, you manage something else. He gave me a nice cup of tea. I said, no, my friends also, they want something, give them. And then when we wanted to pay, he didn't take money. I said, hey, come on, why don't you take money? He said, no, when you came there, from then I am observing you. I felt so good. Therefore, I wish you come here and you ask for tea, coffee, I would like to give you. You are my guest today. I didn't know who is that person. If you are at peace within, everything around us changes. If we are agitated within, everything around us changes. So many places we experience this thing. Once in your Germany, Hamburg airport, earlier they have seen my suitcases used to be very heavy. Now this is only small one because so many wires and everything. So when I took my luggage from the belt and then I had to put in the trolley. But you have to put some coin and then only it can come out. So I had no coin. I tried to convert the thing pounds into something. It didn't happen. So I said, okay. I was trying to drag. Some porter or somebody, he came, wait a minute. He spoke in German. Took a coin from his thing and put into that and he gave me. So I gave him pound. He said, no, it's okay. Who helps us in life? He can come in our life in any way, not only as a help, but as a punch also. Other than him, nobody comes in our life. If you hold on to this strict principle, see, our vision will change. This we have to learn from every experience. In Bits Pilani, I used to go there for lectures for quite a number of years. And once when I went to the temple, Saraswati temple, Saraswati Mandir, Birlaji's things so extraordinary, all beautiful marble everywhere, every step, every pillar, all the flowers and statues, everything marble. So very nice, very beautiful like that. The moment I stood in front of the Saraswati Devi, everything stopped. No appreciation, no depreciation. Close the eyes and look. Because now I was not seeing the marble. I was seeing Mata Saraswati. Where is she? In that stone? No, in my mind. If we practice this, that in our life, other than Bhagwan Krishna, nobody comes. He has freedom. He can come in any way he likes. When we hold on to this principle, slowly our old habit of reacting to the people on any issue will disappear. And for that, one technique I tried in South Africa, remain dumb. When I went to check in, so that person said, hey, you have got only 10 kilos, but your bag is 20 kilos, you have to pay. I said, how come? He said, see, your ticket is half ticket. I said, but I am full. You can see my passport. Don't argue. I said, okay, then what should I do? Go to the chief. I went to the chief. Dumb. Why you have come here? I don't know. He sent me. So he called him and spoke something. Then he said, no, how can you be half ticket? Your passport is full. They have done a mistake. No, give him 20 kilo. So 20 plus 10, 30 I got. Because I acted dumb. Don't become smart in this world. Janan apihi medhavi jadavallokamaacharet. In Sannyasopanishad this mantra comes. Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyad na cha anyayena cha pruchataha. Janan apihi medhavi jadavallokamaacharet. In this world, when you are dealing, find out The one who is asking question, is it good intention? Is he a seeker of truth? Is he by default asking question? There are some people, they can continuously keep on asking question, question, question. There is no end to it. See? Then what is to be done? Janan api. Even if you know, act dumb, I don't know, over. See, friends, now the last thought, be attentive. There are two areas. One is knowledge, second is devotion. Knowledge is dealt with by the intellect, and devotion is dealt with by the mind. Now, that which is the field of devotion, don't bring your intellect there. Devotion does not require inquiry. But in the area of devotion, when you bring inquiry, you destroy your devotion and you get nothing. For example, you must have seen, there are many people who look at our gods and they start describing the meaning of the god. Like Ganeshji. Ganeshji has got big ears. Why? Because he listens to everybody's. Ganeshji has got a very big stomach because he is collecting all the mess of our life. Ganeshji has got one tooth broken. He did not use Vico Vajradanti toothpaste. Don't do that. In devotion, no argument. See? Then only we can conquer the mind and also go beyond the intellect. And friends, therefore, devotees do not fall in the purview of law of karma. Law of karma is for whom? Those who are karma kandi and those who are wanting to do something in this world, good or bad, because I am doing this, I am doing that. Devotee doesn't do anything. Jo thari rai so mari rai. Like the traffic rules are applied on the driver, not on the passenger. See, friends, intellect is the most dangerous thing if it is not properly handled. Therefore, in the field of devotion, therefore, yesterday when we chanted this Ram Raksha Stotra, I told you it is a Siddha mantra. Siddha mantra means you don't have to do anything. If you have to make any other mantra Siddha, like Gayatri mantra, you have to go through a process. And in that process, you will be slowly going through that 2400,000 times you have to chant that Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurvo Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayat. Every day, minimum 8 to 12 hours for at least maybe 15 to 20 years. Then that Gayatri mantra becomes Siddha. But when you come to Ramaraksha Stotra, it is a Siddha mantra. We don't have to do anything. Thereafter, then continue. Just chant. Don't bother about. But if we keep on, what is the meaning of what is, then you are lost. You have no devotion. See, friends, if you see many characters in our Mahabharata, how Draupadi was born, she was not a biological child. She was born from the Agni Kunda. How the Pandavas were born? They were born by the Mantra Shakti. In today's world, there is no Mantra Shakti. Does it mean it is a bluff? See, friends, therefore, Shraddhaman labhate jnanam tatparaha sayyatendriyaha. The area of devotion is only there, no question. You will be remaining at peace. And when it comes to intellect, inquiry, inquire with devotion, with Shraddha. See, what is Shraddha here in inquiry? शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तु उपलभ्यते. Whatever is told by our scriptures and whatever is taught by our teacher, how that is right, how that is positive, this approach while listening to the satsang, that alone can help us drop all our wrong notions and grow spiritually. Because Shraddha is not a blind faith. Shraddha is inner strength. Shraddhavan labhate jnana. Buddhiman kadapi na labhate. Those who are intellectuals, they will never know the truth. But those who have got Shraddha, they have complete faith in the divine, and then you study. And is it not our day-to-day life? In Kerala, we were going somewhere. You must have seen Kerala. Which town ends where and next town begins, you don't know. It's a continuous one. So when we went to that area, we had to ask somebody. Those days, no GPS. So school children, so we stopped. I asked one girl. I said, hey, we have to go to such and such place. Can you tell us? Yes, I can tell. I said, no, I can sit in the car and guide you. I said, very good, sit down, she said. She took us, take the right turn, cross 2 squares, take the left turn, third one, and then again a square will come, stop there. So we stopped there. She said, this is my house. Now you go back where from you have come and try. See, when I did not know, I had to accept whatever she tells. Because she has cheated me, does it mean everybody is cheating me? No. In the same manner, we go to various places. You come across good and bad people. That doesn't mean everybody is bad. That positive approach to the issues of life, we slowly settle all our issues in life and we will be at peace. And as the age grows, as most of you, friends, 2 persons do not stay together because of love. Throw that word away. There is nothing like love in this world. In old age, people stay together because of necessity. See, friends, it is easier to deal with the known enemy than to deal with the unknown friend. So understanding is more important when relations come. And when we are conducting ourselves in this world, we have to have the positive approach. Everything happens in our life as God's grace. And therefore we will come to know that suppose you get a toothache. The toothache is not given to us for torturing us. A reminder, hey, take care, something is wrong. In the same manner, if we get hurt in our relations, instead of reacting, think, hey, something is wrong, probably I might have done something wrong or misunderstood. Slowly, every interaction in our life will become our guru. And then that guru who is outside, he will enter us. And when the guru is within us, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, then we will start learning from every single experience of our life. Friends, learning is in our hands. Nobody can teach us anything. And nobody can stop us from learning. And we can learn best from our relations. And therefore, let us learn that every event in our relational interaction is for our evolution. Let us give it a chance, slowly, try to understand and misunderstand. Try to help, then try to trouble. Try to accept, then to react. Slowly, mind will start remaining quiet. And then Ashantasya kutassukham. If the mind is quiet, it will be full of peace and joy. That is the fulfillment in life. Therefore, let us only act, don't react. So if you are in front of your elders, behave like a child and don't argue. Without hearing, say yes. They will forget after some time and then no worry about it. If you argue, they will remember. If they are somebody younger than you, don't listen to them. Ha 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 ha. They will forget about it. You will ask nothing but money. But then the most important thing, husband and wife. This is a Maha mantra. When she is talking, he should keep quiet. When she is quiet, he should not talk. This is a Maha mantra for all your relational issues of life. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.